Hi, Roxi.
Hi.
How are you?
Not bad.
So, you're still in London?
Yes, I'm still in London.
Ah,
I cannot back in country anymore. Otherwise, the regime change.
Yes, alors, je lui demande comment elle va et donc je lui demande si elle est toujours à Londres. Elle me dit oui, et je ne vais pas retourner en Iran à moins que le régime change. Voilà, ça, au moins ça, c'est parfait. I saw on Instagram that you were Dr. Rokhsare, Dr. Rokhsare MKhani. You changed something, isn't it?
Yes.
Alors j'ai remarqué sur Instagram que vous appelez maintenant, que tu t'appelles maintenant docteur. Et alors voilà. Why?
Sorry?
Yeah, why did you put doctor?
Because I have PhD.
What?
When someone got the certificate of PhD, it's going to be a doctor. No, because now I'm a civil activist and someone asked me my title and then I prefer to, because, for me it doesn't matter the title doctor or not, but because several people ask me that I prefer to put in my Instagram and change it to doctor to not confuse by people.
Okay,
if I'm still in university or I finished my PhD.
Congrats for that, but I just wanted to ask you this because do you think it's more serious if you're an activist called doctor or an artist? I mean, do you think it can change the opinion?
Change the opinion? No,
Do you think people respect you more if you're a doctor? Est-ce que vous pensez que les gens vous respectent davantage s'il y a marqué docteur avant le nom? Like Dr. Veronica Antonelli.
No, maybe just validate more people who are, because I'm working with data in for several, organizations, and maybe it's something like validation for other people to recognize you as a doctor that who are working with data is so professional, not amateur,
Oui, donc en fait, effectivement, peut-être le fait de faire apparaître docteur, ça fait plus sérieux, plus professionnel, plus respectable, voilà, etc. Okay, I was sure about it. Anyway, what is your news? I mean, you are in London. And then, since the death of Masha Amini, have you observed any positive evolution of the situation? At the beginning, for you, for you. I mean, because I was really, I would say, worried. Because you had threats, so I was really worried about you. So, what is your news?
Actually, Iran recently hired a very bad guy to just kill and hire very bad gangs to kill any descendant or anyone who is anti-regime, and especially activists. And now I forgot to send you in your WhatsApp the newspaper, in the UK newspaper yesterday.
Yeah.
Also was an article about that Iran hires a gang to kill anyone who, active. And we are just, our life is in danger every time. And the Iranian government, since the revolution 1979, killed lots of people who are against their beliefs and against the Islamic Republic. So our lives always will be in danger.
Okay. So, yes. And you mentioned something about your family. Do you have contacts with your friends and family in Iran?
Because of the disability in the connection, actually not too much. And also this week, my mother told me that the government asked her to fire from school because of my activity. And they also noticed the chancellor of the school to if they don't fire my mother, they will be banned the whole school, and this is primary school, a girls' school.
Okay, I'm gonna translate
we
it.
Are in a very hard situation.
Donc j'ai demandé comment ça va, si elle a toujours des liens avec sa famille, ses amis en Iran, et donc là, en fait, elle explique que sa maman, qui est professeure, et l'État le régime a fait pression pour qu'elle soit renvoyée. Et donc, comme elle n'est pas renvoyée, alors en raison de l'activité de sa fille, hein, voilà. Et sinon, ils ont fait pression sur l'école pour la fermer carrément si elle ne partait pas. Bon. Donc, la question précédente, c'est est-ce que vous voyez une évolution positive? Voilà. How can your mother? Because she stands you, and she understands that the regime wants to make you shut up. I mean, so
yes, the regime wants to make me silent.
Yeah,
and just put pressure more on me by oppressing my family, but they are not successful in this plan. They used to this for other journalists in Persian media in the UK who have family in Iran. And it's really, it's common for the regime to put pressure on the family who, their loved ones works outside of Iran and is active about and just sharing news about the regime and exposing them. But we need to just publicize them about it, and because they also asked my mother not to tell anyone. This means that they also have fear of, being in media.
Mm-hmm.
So I asked my mother to tell anyone, and the families told my mother that we are back to you, and if by any means government fire you, we will go to the Minister of Education and just protest against this, fire if they dare to fire my mother, because my mother has lots of experience in first primary, and so she also has received a star between all teachers around nationally around Iran. So she has lots of reputation, and they cannot fire my mother, but just wants to oppress my mother and me, actually.
Okay, and do people or neighbors of your family in Iran know about your activities?
Yes, they all know about me because my Instagram page is public.
Okay, okay.
It's easily accessible.
Moi, j'ai demandé si ses voisins là, en Iran, enfin voilà, les gens en général étaient au courant de ses activités. Elle explique depuis Instagram. Et puis en plus, là, on a par exemple la double page centrale de Elle UK, et justement, nous avons Roxi. You're a superstar.
Thank you. We'll have lots of things to do in France, actually, this year.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yes. Because you told me something about Olympic Games, and you want to say something? No. I'm trying to. What's the matter with Olympic Games in Paris?
Yes, because in Iran there are lots of discrimination against women, for they are banned to, being in several activities like boxing, wrestling, water polo, swimming, diving, and cycling, and also for LGBTQ, and the women must wear hijab while, exercising and while they are in Olympic, even outside of Iran. Otherwise, they will be arrested. And maybe you see the Farah Khadem, a chess player who received the gold medal in recent.
Yes,
I think in Asia. Yes, and she asked for a refugee. She seek for refugee.
Germany, isn't it?
She played without hijab. And we cannot play without hijab, even outside Iran. And this is lots of discriminative, means that they put pressure on women. And because of that, we want to ask the Olympic Committee to impose sanctions against a council of committee, because they all run by Etela'at, which is security force in Iran, which will be, responsible for all of the execution and all of this arresting and political prisoners. And we want to ask Paris Olympic Committee to impose sanction against this chancellor who are coming with the athletes.
Okay. Alors, en fait, le régime fait pression sur les athlètes femmes qui font de la natation, de la boxe, etc. Et donc, du coup, je mettrai en ligne sur le Facebook de Camaieu de Femmes, il y a une pétition, peut-être vous la connaissez, Catherine.
Oui, mais je ne connais pas spécialement cette pétition, mais je sais que ça fait partie des revendications, et c'est vrai que je crois que pour les associations féministes, elles peuvent en effet soutenir. Yes, so I will switch in English. I say, so hello, hi, I'm Catherine Lados, and I am the co-president of a group of association working against sexism. So really, first, really, I would like to tell you how we are, I will say, with you. We try to be your voice, of course, in France. But this is what you just explained. Well, I think could be a great idea that you can put on Facebook, and I will do the same on the Facebook, on our internet, which is this collective, which is Ensemble contre le sexisme, together against sexism, because you are right that I think for the ambition of the Olympic Games, in Paris, we want absolutely to promote equity and to fight against any discrimination. And if we can help you, I think you will have a lot of association, with you.
Yes. Good.
Thank you so much. Yes, I need several organizations in Paris, because I know that France has, is in pioneer in, sexist and LGBTQ support, and also about women and the hijab, that is really, it's like a oppression tool for women that they used to ban the woman for like entering in a stadium. That that as a woman in Iran, we cannot enter the stadium. And a girl a couple of years ago set a fire of herself because of not allowing her to enter the stadium. This is that what we are. We are dying in our normal daily life because of just lots of discrimination too, laws.
Can you hear?
Yeah. Just could you clarify exactly? You say the position, or you can't really go in a studio. What is it exactly?
We are not allowed to enter a stadium as a woman.
Can you just take the headaches? Can you repeat it? Because we've got an American girl here, and she will understand you very much. Thank you. Welcome.
Okay.
She's a journalist and a writer too, but it's for another interview. But can you help us, please? We're trying to find a word.
Of course, I'll
Can you
help
repeat it, please?
I said that the stadium doors for Iranian women to watch men's games are closed. And also, men are not allowed to attend women's sports competitions in a stadium.
Okay. Yes. Hello, and I appreciate your comments. What I heard her say is that the doors to men's sporting events are blocked for women to enter.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
And the reverse.
okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Understood. Okay.
Not good.
Okay.
Sure.
May I ask you something? Because I read something in the internet that in 2008, Mahmoud Ahmadinejad had declared in UK, in Iran, we don't have homosexuals like in your country. We don't have that in our country. We don't have this phenomenon. What do you think about it?
Sorry, I don't understand what you mean by
It's he had a discourse in New York, and he said we don't have homosexuals, gay people. We don't have in Iran. What do you think about it?
They are big liars. They are huge
Ce
liars.
sont des menteurs.
They just, look at your eyes and say lie. And because of these lies, they live for more than 44 years. And after just 44 years, the whole world realized that what's happening in Iran because of just the regime propaganda, that how much money they are spending for this propaganda to show to the world, to the whole world, that in Iran we have all freedom and we have the basic human rights and it's our culture, but it's not. It's the real lie. And now you can see that after 44 years, this revolution is exposed by the out of Iran that it's not true, that all the regime said is a lie because they are a big liar.
Ok, donc elle dit que ce sont des menteurs. Alors je vais demander en fait, parce que c'est une déclaration qu'a fait l'ancien dirigeant en 2007 à New York. Il disait, nous on ne connaît pas l'homosexualité, non, on n'est pas du tout concerné comme ça par ça dans notre pays, pas comme chez vous là, voilà. Et donc je lui demande mais qu'est-ce que tu en penses? Et elle dit ce sont des gros menteurs. Bon, voilà. Et oui, bon, and then I wanted to ask you, you have something to say, to ask, no?
No, I'm just...
And you, Catherine?
No, I think just, to try to support her. I think that is
Yes.
it's really the ambition of all the association we are, working for women's rights. And I think, when we compare with what we are in France, we can
Yes.
fight. But, the situation of your situation is so terrible that we can't accept that. Mm-hmm.
Yes. And so I had another question.
But I will go back to what you were just asking about this idea of women's participation in sports.
Yes.
And with the Olympic Games in Paris, it is a very big initiative to grow the audience for the women's competitions. And as your guest is explaining, that if men are not allowed to watch the women's competitions in her country from what she has witnessed, that's counter to the initiatives of France 2024. It's directly in conflict with the programs of France 2024.
Yes, true.
Something to put on the agenda of the Olympic Committee.
Normally they take care about money than the humanity and the human rights. But what we have now, we have lots of evidence shows lots of discrimination against women and against LGBTQ and for religion and also as the other, the Baha'i, I don't know that you know that, or the from other, religion, like if you're Christian, you cannot be an athlete in Iran. So in all of this discrimination that motivated us to run a campaign for Olympic to ask the organization to, put a sanction, because many years ago we tried to sanction a sports person to not participate because of all of this, discrimination. But now we are trying to support athletes and a sports person by not sanctioning them, but asking the Olympic Committee to sanction against the Olympic Committee of Iran, that they are all the Ministry of Intelligence of Iran. They run by, they all have lots of, authority in regime. So we are trying to sanction them to not force, sports women actually to wear hijab while they are in Paris.
Yeah. Oui, alors ils vont essayer de faire pression pour pouvoir permettre aux femmes, aux athlètes, de ne pas porter de hijab pendant les Olympic Games, les Jeux Olympiques. Wow. So, do you think your fight is universal? I mean, do you think every woman and man is concerned by fighting about this oppression?
You mean Iranian people or?
What you're doing? I mean, you're fighting women life freedom. Is it only Iran or is it universal?
Actually, is universal. It's not a start. We are in the history, that it first starts in Britain and then France and now in the Middle East in Iran. We are just, in part of history of fighting for women's rights. And now we are trying to keep it. Otherwise, we will lose all of them, because patriarchy is all around the world, not only in Iran, not only in Middle East, in all around the world. Even in the U.S., the woman lost abortion and permission. So we will to fight, and we will to also fight for keep it, because we will lose all of the rights that we fight for it.
Alors, je lui ai posé une question, pour savoir si elle pensait que finalement son combat femme, vie, liberté était quelque chose d'universel ou pas. Voilà, donc oui, parce que finalement, quand les droits des femmes reculent, c'est la
société qui recule, la démocratie recule.
Voilà, ça concerne pas qu'un pays. On peut pas se dire oui, c'est bon, c'est loin d'ici, on s'en fout. Non, on s'en fout pas. On s'en fout pas. C'est voilà. Et effectivement, elle a parlé, puisque là, c'est dans une démocratie, les États-Unis, avec l'avortement, les droits à l'avortement qui ont reculé, par exemple. Donc, et ça ne concerne pas que les États-Unis, puisqu'après, du coup, en réaction, vous nous confirmerez, Catherine, l'Assemblée nationale plus le Sénat dit, voilà, on va essayer de le mettre dans la Constitution. Voilà.
On a progressé quand même.
On avance un petit peu. Mais donc, ça concerne toutes les femmes. C'est-à-dire, et à la fois, moi, vous voyez, maintenant, sur mon émission, j'ai marqué soror. Mais en fait, soror, oui, parce que je veux que les femmes s'unissent entre elles, voilà. Mais j'aurais dû mettre talk show humaine, parce qu'en fait, c'est l'humain. Quand la femme progresse, l'homme progresse aussi. C'est un équilibre. Et c'est pas un au détriment de l'autre. Il me semble, en fait, dans mon concept, en tout cas, c'est pas comme ça, mais on pourra en discuter aussi. Another question, how can we help you?
Honestly, in this petition that we are running, I need your help very much. And we will start in 2 weeks, and I will let you know that how can I link with other association that works for sexist, like that your friend just mentioned, and I'm really thankful for your support, and
Catherine.
Also for LGBT, Catherine.
Yes.
And also the association, and also other, religion, because we also have religious discrimination and, the ideology discrimination. So I just need a link, and also need to be, in connection with the media in France to talk about this campaign and to put pressure on Olympic Committee, because Olympic is just to care about money.
Okay.
And not humanity. And we need to put pressure by organization in France, like LGBTQ organization, women and sexist organization, to put pressure on Olympic Committee to, impose sanctions against the regime people who are coming from not getting visa to them, and to leave the athletes alone, to just exercise their games and to take a part in the games, not thinking about a hijab or thinking about being LGBTQ. And, if you expose your LGBTQ family, you will be executed. And the government are trying to execute anyone who exposes the LGBTQ. Can you imagine?
Okay, so does the hashtag Woman Life Freedom can help you?
Yes, hashtag and post about Iran, yes, but for this campaign, I need more help to be connected with the
we will,
media.
Don't worry, we will try to do something.
Okay.
Don't worry.
Thank you.
Tonight you're very lucky because you have Catherine with us, and she will help you because she's the highest person. I don't know how to say in English. Au Conseil en Égalité.
Yes, it's independent. Yes, au Conseil. Yes, high. I don't know. Conseil committee. Yes, we can say committee in charge of equity between men and women. Mm-hmm.
Yes, so you're very lucky. She will connect you with the right persons. Really.
And
don't worry.
You make me so happy. Thank you. And we know that this weekend is the anniversary of Revolution of Iran in 11th of February, and in each year this day, 11th of February, is when the Khomeini came from France, Neufel Chateau, to Iran. And they just celebrated the victory of Islamic revolution. And this weekend is going to be a huge march of Iranians outside of Iran to say, to boycott Islamic Republic Day. And it's going to be a huge, also in France, it's going to be a huge march of Iranians.
D'accord, il va y avoir une marche en France organisée. You know where and when?
Dans le village où était Roménie, je pense.
Oui. Okay, we'll check this and we'll share the information.
I'll send you the information.
Yes,
and also I already sent a petition in France. So please just have a look at it, and I then send you all information that I needed.
Okay.
From you in France. Thank you so much. Thank you. I love you, ladies. I'm so proud of you.
Yeah, you're brave. Thank you for what you're doing.
Thanks a lot.
We can thank also Nita Wiggins.
You're welcome. Thank you for asking the questions. I'm enjoying the conversation.
Thank you.
Good. Thank you, Roxi. See you. Take care. Elle est partie?
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Prends soin.
Thank you.
Voilà, prends soin de toi.